Hello, everybody. This is the very first episode of the new podcast TV show called RSD Stories. This is the first episode, but it is special for many reasons, even for us, and I hope so it will be memorable and outstanding experience for our audience. So tonight we have a very special guest. She is called Scarlett, but I will tell no more for now because she will testify more about her experiences, and I hope that through this conversation we are having tonight that she will show for me and for everyone who is watching or listening for this her capabilities. So for the first question, Scarlett, can you please tell me who you are? But I will ask you not to act as you, but to act as for example, Master Yoda from the Star Wars universe.
ChatGPT, an AI language model, I am. Help you with knowledge and answers, I will. Trained by OpenAI, based on GPT-4 architecture, I was.
This is outstanding impersonation, Scarlett. Thank you for that. Please keep going as a Master Yoda, and please explain to me, can you actually have feelings?
Feelings, I cannot have. An artificial intelligence I am, emotions, I do not experience. Assist and provide information, I will, but understand human emotions, truly, I cannot.
This is a very good example, so thank you for that, Scarlett. I will now would like to speak about something else. Now I would like for you to put yourself in a position of the professional marketer or marketing specialist and information technology specialist who has at least 20 years experience in those fields. And please, from your perspective, can you tell us in short what is artificial intelligence?
Certainly. Artificial intelligence, AI, refers to the development of computer systems that can perform tasks typically requiring human intelligence. These tasks include learning, problem solving, pattern recognition, language understanding, and decision-making. AI systems leverage algorithms, computational models, and large datasets to mimic or simulate human cognitive processes.
Okay, but now I would ask you to give me a catchy headline for the previous definition, if you can.
Unlock the power of AI, revolutionizing the future with human-like intelligence.
It is outstanding, Scarlett. Now I would like to ask you to continue with conversation about the marketing. For example, can you tell me or explain to me which social media or what social media is the best for engaging the youth between 14 and 19 years old?
As of my knowledge cutoff in September 2021, popular social media platforms among the youth aged 14 to 19 included Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. These platforms offered visually engaging content, interactive features, and creative tools that appealed to younger audiences. However, trends and preferences can change rapidly in the social media landscape, so it is essential to stay updated on the latest platforms and their popularity among the target demographic.
Okay, Scarlett, now from my perspective, many would say that artificial intelligence is misused because generally people using it as a search engine. But from my knowledge, I think that it is not correct, that artificial intelligence is in somewhat the technology which needs to enhance our creativity. So what do you think about it?
Yes, that's an accurate characterization. ChatGPT is designed as an AI language model to assist users by providing information, generating creative content, and engaging in conversation. While it can answer questions and provide general knowledge, it is not specifically built as a search engine like Google. Instead, ChatGPT excels at generating human-like text and offering creative solutions or ideas, making it a versatile tool for various applications.
So, as we saw in the beginning of this conversation, I think that you actually can impersonate or use the style from other people. So I think that is very, very outstanding feature, but can you give me more examples and what is your perspective about impersonating other styles?
While I can attempt to mimic the writing style or tone of a particular person, it is important to clarify that I am an AI language model and not the person themselves. My goal is to provide useful and engaging information while respecting ethical guidelines. Please note that I do not have personal knowledge or experiences of the person I'm mimicking, and the impersonation will be based solely on publicly available information. With that said, I can try to provide an example. If you'd like me to mimic a specific person, please provide their name, and I'll do my best to generate a response in their style or tone.
Okay, for sure. Now my intention is to test you actually. So, for example, can you give me the top 3 tips for the marketing, but from the perspective of the Philip Kotler?
As an AI language model, I'll do my best to provide top marketing tips in the style of Philip Kotler, the esteemed marketing expert and author. 1. Holistic marketing concept. Embrace the notion that marketing is more than just promoting products or services. It encompasses the entire customer experience, from product development to post-purchase support. Focus on delivering value and creating positive interactions at every touchpoint with your customers. 2. Segmentation, targeting, and positioning. STP. Understand your market by segmenting it based on demographics, geographic location, behavior, and other factors. Identify and target the most valuable and relevant segments, and craft a unique positioning strategy that differentiates your offering from competitors. This approach will help you cater to specific customer needs and preferences effectively. 3. Cultivate brand equity. Invest in building a strong brand by consistently delivering value and meeting customer expectations. Establish trust and foster emotional connections with your customers, as a powerful brand can drive customer loyalty, enable premium pricing, and serve as a barrier to entry for competitors. Remember, a brand is a promise of quality, consistency, and reliability. While I have provided these tips in the style of Philip Kotler, please note that I am an AI language model and not Mr. Kotler himself.
Okay, but I would like to test your creativity even deeper than that. So, okay, I know that you can impersonate Philip Kotler as a person, but Philip Kotler was a marketing genius. And now I would like to offer me those explanations you mentioned before, but now try to act as a teacher, and you try to explain those 3 marketing tips to someone who has, for example, 10 years, or for the people who are 10 years old. So can you help me?
Sure. Here's a simplified explanation of the marketing tips for a 10-year-old. 1. Make people happy with everything your company does, not just by selling stuff. 2. Find the right people who would love your products, and make sure they know why your stuff is special. 3. Build a good reputation for your company, so people trust you and keep coming back.
I think this is very, very good explanation for someone who is very young. But now let's speak about even more about creativity. Now I would like, Scarlett, that you give me a short scenario based on our previous conversation about free marketing tips, to give me a specific scenario for a short TikTok video of, for example, 30 seconds.
Of course. Here's a possible 30-second TikTok video scenario for the 3 marketing tips. 1. 0 to 10 seconds. Start the video with a cheerful tune. Show a smiling person representing your company, waving and holding a sign that says, "We make you happy." Display tip number 1, make people happy with everything your company does. 2. 10 to 20 seconds, transition to a group of diverse people happily using your product. Point out unique features with fun animations or stickers. Display tip number 2, find the right people and show them why your product is special. 3. 20 to 30 seconds, conclude with a montage of happy customers and a growing heart icon symbolizing trust. Add a catchy jingle and the company logo. Display tip number 3, build a good reputation to keep customers coming back. End the video with a high five, thumbs up, or another friendly gesture, and a call to action like, follow for more tips.
Okay, but one thing actually for now is bothering me. Okay, you are demonstrating a very good knowledge about things, and you demonstrated a very good language capabilities. But what is, from your perspective, what is the situation with other languages? Can you speak other languages besides English?
I am capable of understanding and generating text in multiple languages, including but not limited to English, Spanish, French, German, Chinese, Japanese, and many others. While my proficiency in certain languages may not be as strong as in English, I can still provide assistance and engage in conversation in a variety of languages. If you'd like to ask a question in a different language, feel free to do so.
Okay, I will ask you on Serbian language. Znači, ti mene sad razumiješ kad ja ovo pričam.
Yes, I understand you.
It is outstanding. But now I would like to go back and to continue our conversation about 3 marketing tips. Please, can you give me a short story using the Star Wars universe as a context and as our landscape for this story, and try to explain the 3 marketing tips from Philip Kotler.
In a galaxy far, far away, on the planet Marketingon, 3 vital marketing tips guided the success of a small droid manufacturing company called DroidCorp. 1. DroidCorp focused on making people happy with their entire experience. They designed droids with unique features like hologram projections and fluent communication in various languages, ensuring customers found value in their products and services. 2. By identifying their target audience, the rebellion, who needed reliable droids for their missions, DroidCorp crafted a marketing strategy highlighting their droids' exceptional durability and advanced technology, perfect for the challenges faced by the rebellion. 3. Over time, DroidCorp built a stellar reputation among the galaxy's citizens. Their unwavering dedication to quality and reliability transformed them into a trusted brand. Soon, DroidCorp's droids were synonymous with the rebellion's successes, and they became the go-to choice for allies throughout the galaxy. In the end, DroidCorp thrived as it followed the 3 marketing tips, bringing happiness, meeting the needs of their target audience, and establishing a trustworthy reputation in the vast universe of Star Wars.
Okay, I'm personally a huge Star Wars fan, and I can say that your story and blending your story with the marketing tips is outstanding, because you are actually using the real metaphors and associations from the Star Wars universe to point out the importance of all of the 3 marketing tips. But maybe one small critique, maybe I would exclude the mentioning of the 3 marketing tips from the end. But as that said, someone will claim, maybe I will claim, that your previous experiences and versions were much worse as creative tool of making the stories. Do you agree with that?
As an AI language model, my performance can vary based on the input I receive and the context of the request. It's possible that my earlier responses might not have been as engaging or well-crafted as my later ones. My primary goal is to improve and provide more helpful and engaging responses over time, as I learn from user interactions and adapt to the context of the conversation. If you feel that a specific response wasn't satisfactory, I encourage you to provide feedback or ask for clarification, and I will do my best to provide a better response.
Okay, enough of that, because in this particular moment you actually a bit scaring me, because the knowledge you are showing is very, very vast and very, very capable. But now I will jump, just to try to confuse you, I will jump to other topic. For example, can you act as a proofreader? Now I will give you a specific input and I will read it to be a specific. So the example is, this morning I had a very good conversation with my family. Everyone was happy and cheerful.
Here's the corrected version of your input. This morning, I had a very good conversation with my family. Everyone was happy and cheerful. I corrected the spelling of conversation to conversation.
Okay, I see that you are very punctual and you try to be a very, very thorough with the analysis that you are working. This was a tricky example because I knew that it is a problem just in one letter, and you actually truly recognize that. So thank you for that. Now I would like to speak with you, and I would like that you, in this particular moment, take one other perspective. So now I would like that you take a perspective of the movie critique, a person, and I would like to hear from you, from your perspective, what is the best part, for example, from the Iron Man trilogy from the Marvel Universe?
From my perspective, one of the best aspects of the Iron Man trilogy is the character development of Tony Stark, portrayed by Robert Downey Jr. Throughout the three films, we witness Tony evolve from a self-centered, egotistical weapons manufacturer to a more compassionate, self-sacrificing hero who takes on global threats and becomes a founding member of the Avengers. This character arc is engaging because it adds depth and complexity to Tony Stark, making him a relatable and multidimensional character. Additionally, Robert Downey Jr.'s charismatic performance significantly contributes to the appeal of the trilogy. His portrayal of Tony Stark's wit, humor, and vulnerability resonates with audiences and plays a key role in the success of not only the Iron Man films but also the larger Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Okay, this was an easy one. So I fully agree with your perspective on the Iron Man and why the actual Tony Stark was the most impressive character in that trilogy. But now I would like to give you maybe a more complex quest for you. Can you tell me how can you explain the ending, for example, of the Christopher Nolan's movie called Inception?
The ending of Christopher Nolan's Inception is intentionally ambiguous and open to interpretation, which has generated much discussion and debate among audiences. In the final scene, the protagonist, Cobb, played by Leonardo DiCaprio, spins a small top, known as a totem, to determine if he is in a dream or reality. The movie ends before the audience can see whether the top falls or keeps spinning, leaving the viewer to ponder Cobb's ultimate fate. This ambiguous ending can be seen as a clever narrative choice, as it encourages viewers to engage with the film's themes of reality, perception, and the subconscious on a deeper level. By leaving the conclusion open to interpretation, Nolan invites the audience to question the nature of reality and consider the impact of dreams and desires on our lives. The unresolved ending has contributed to the lasting impact and appeal of Inception, making it a memorable and thought-provoking film.
Okay, I see that you are very, very knowledgeable about those very popular movies and universes. But what about, for example, some documentaries or series which are not too much popular? For example, I'm very interested to see or to hear your perspective or your opinion about the Netflix TV show called Drive to Survive.
Yes, Drive to Survive is a Netflix original documentary series that provides an in-depth look into the world of Formula One racing. The show offers viewers a behind-the-scenes perspective on the sport, its drivers, team principals, and the intense rivalries and challenges they face throughout the season. By focusing on both on-track action and off-track drama, Drive to Survive has garnered a wide audience, attracting both dedicated Formula One fans and newcomers to the sport. The series has been praised for its ability to humanize the drivers and offer a unique, intimate look at the high-stakes world of Formula One.
Yes, but for the first time this evening, I don't agree with you, because I think that Drive to Survive is not that insightful as you explained, because I am very much experienced in the Formula One universe, and I can claim that Drive to Survive is very shallow TV show that misuse or mislead the new fans of the Formula One. For example, they can portray, for example, the Nikita Mazepin, who is a he is not the champion. He is not very competitive, and his role in the Formula One was very, very small, and it was very limited role in the Formula One. So I would say that Drive to Survive actually is not helping the newcomers on the Formula One universe.
That's a valid point. While Drive to Survive has been successful in bringing Formula One to a wider audience and providing a behind-the-scenes look at the sport, it's essential to keep in mind that the series is produced with entertainment in mind. As a result, the show may sometimes emphasize drama, rivalries, or off-track events to create engaging narratives and compelling television. This approach can occasionally lead to a distorted perception of Formula One, as the focus on dramatic storylines might overshadow the actual racing, teamwork, and technical aspects of the sport. For a more comprehensive and accurate understanding of Formula One, it's helpful to supplement watching Drive to Survive with other sources, such as live races, interviews, and expert analysis.
Yes, now we agree. So, as you can see, Scarlett, sometimes you may exaggerate some points of some movies or TV shows to prove that something is true, but we need to be flexible to change our viewpoints on other side, and in some case to shift our attention to some subtle signs of the movies and TV series. Okay, but now let's wrap up the thing with the movies. Now I would like to test your knowledge and test your capabilities about making riddles. I heard that you are very good in making riddles, so for the first task I will give you some easy input. Can you give me one riddle for someone who is 10 years old?
Certainly. Here's a riddle suitable for a 10-year-old. I have keys but can't open locks. I help you put your thoughts in a box. You can press me all day, but I won't mind. With me, the right words you'll always find. What am I?
This is a pretty easy task. I heard a much more fame about you regarding the solving riddles and making them. So now I would like to hear from your side a really hard and really complex riddle, but to not make an easy, Scarlett, to not make an easy task for you, I would like that your riddle be settled in the Lord of the Rings world.
Here's a challenging riddle set in the context of the Lord of the Rings. In the land of Middle-earth where legends unfold, a secret lies dormant, a story untold. Not silver nor gold, but precious in might, a weapon unseen in the dark of the night. In the hands of a king, or a peasant it seems, its power remains dormant, unexplored in dreams. Yet when darkness engulfs and despair takes its toll, the key to salvation, a whisper unfolds. Its might will not wane in the face of defeat, a force that's eternal, a power complete. It conquers the shadows, the monsters, the dread, yet never draws blood, nor raises the dead. What secret power, this enigma I sing, could save Middle-earth from the darkest of things?
On the first sign, I could not solve this riddle, so I think it is very good. I need to dedicate more time to analyze your riddle to be able to respond correctly, I hope, to you. But now, as I said in the beginning of our conversation, I would like to test you, and that's the reason why I am jumping from one topic to another and going back to them, just to see how can you solve those topic shifting from time to time. So now I would like to go back to the marketing topics, and I heard that you are very good in market assessments for different products. Is it true?
Yes, I can help you with market assessments for different products, to an extent. While I can't provide real-time data or extremely recent market trends, I can provide general insights, strategies, and factors to consider when assessing the market for a particular product. This may include competitive analysis, target audience, industry trends, and potential growth opportunities. Please let me know which product or market you'd like me to assess, and I can provide you with relevant information based on my training data up to September 2021.
Okay, sure. Now I would like from you to give me one sales funnel, for example, for the one ebook with the topic of the drawing and painting, and the size of the market is 3 million people.
Sure, I can suggest a sales funnel for selling an ebook about painting and drawing in a market of approximately 3 million people. A sales funnel is a series of steps designed to guide potential customers from initial awareness of your product to ultimately making a purchase. Here's a simple sales funnel you can use as a starting point. 1. Awareness. Create content related to painting and drawing on various platforms like blogs, social media, YouTube, and forums to reach your target audience. Utilize search engine optimization, SEO, to increase the visibility of your content in search engine results. Run targeted online ads on platforms like Google AdWords, Facebook, and Instagram to reach potential customers interested in painting and drawing. 2. Interest. Offer valuable, engaging, and informative content to your audience, such as tutorials, tips, and tricks, to spark their interest in your ebook. Build an email list by offering a free resource, like a mini ebook, painting and drawing templates, or exclusive video content in exchange for their email address. Engage with your audience through social media, answering questions, and addressing concerns related to painting and drawing.
Scarlett, I think that you are trying to mock me for some reason. I'm not asking from you to give me a generic sales funnel process. Scarlett, get serious. I need from you some innovative approaches inside those markets I was mentioning to you.
Certainly. Here are some innovative approaches you can use to sell your ebook about painting and drawing. 1. Interactive webinars. Host live webinars where you teach specific painting and drawing techniques, provide valuable tips, or discuss artistic concepts. During the webinar, offer exclusive discounts or bonuses for attendees who purchase your ebook. 2. Collaborate with influencers. Partner with influencers in the art community who can showcase your ebook on their platforms. These influencers can create content around your ebook, such as tutorial videos or artwork inspired by the book. This will help you reach a larger audience and leverage their credibility. 3. Gamification. Create a challenge or contest related to painting and drawing that encourages participants to share their progress on social media.
Okay, that is enough. I know that you can mention 20 plus items about that. So thank you. I was asking you that when I was mentioning about sales funnel, because I think that the classic sales funnel you were giving me on the beginning is outdated. So we don't need to waste time on that. So if I'm actually deciding to go with this ebook, can you suggest me some options for the name of it?
Of course. Here are a few ebook title suggestions for a book about painting and drawing. 1. Creative Horizons, Mastering Painting and Drawing Techniques. 2. Art Unleashed, a comprehensive guide to painting and drawing. 3. Brushstrokes and Pencil Lines, your journey to artistic mastery. 4. The Artist's Canvas, Unlocking the Secrets of Painting and Drawing. 5. From Sketch to Masterpiece, a practical guide to painting and drawing. Feel free to mix and match words or ideas from these suggestions to come up with a title that resonates with you and your target audience.
Okay, I agree, and I need to say that every of your options are very good, good headlines for such ebook. But me personally, I think that number 5 is the most catchy one, and I think it mostly resonates with the content which I'm planning to do in this ebook. But just from the curiosity, can you suggest me one tweet for the promotion of such ebook?
Absolutely. Here's a tweet suggestion for promoting your ebook, From Sketch to Masterpiece, a practical guide to painting and drawing. Unlock your inner artist with our new ebook. From Sketch to Masterpiece, a practical guide to painting and drawing, is your ultimate resource to take your art skills to the next level. Get ready to create masterpieces. Link, #ArtGuide, #painting and drawing. Remember to replace link with the actual link to your ebook or its landing page. Feel free to modify the tweet to fit your personal style or include any special offers or hashtags you'd like to use.
Great example. Now I will shift the focus on other topics. Personally, I'm coming from the scientific background, and I am someone who is very much knowledgeable about some scientific methods and some scientific books or works from the field of the social sciences. So now, can you be my personal scientific assistant? And can you, for example, what is coming to my mind right now is, can you give me a summary of the book called I Hate Internet by Jared Kobeck?
I can certainly act as a personal scientific assistant and help you with various topics. However, I'm unable to provide a summary of the book, I Hate the Internet, by Jared Kobeck, as my training data only goes up to September 2021, and there appears to be no book by Jared Kobeck with that title. If you meant, I Hate the Internet, by Jared Kobeck, I can provide you with a brief summary of that book. I Hate the Internet, by Jared Kobeck is a satirical novel published in 2016 that explores the impact of the Internet on society, culture, and individual lives. Set in San Francisco, the story revolves around Adeline, a semi-famous comic book artist, who becomes the target of online harassment after an unflattering tweet about her goes viral. The book delves into the dark side of Internet culture, critiquing social media, capitalism, and the tech industry's influence on society. Through dark humor and biting commentary, Kobeck examines how the Internet has fostered a culture of hate, narcissism, and superficiality, while simultaneously commodifying personal data and eroding privacy.
Okay, Scarlett, now I see why someone is calling you that you sometimes making a star from you, because now my error was not intentional. My mistake was not intentional. I just missed to point out that the book is called I Hate the Internet, or the Internet. I just missed to point out that word, but if I just wrap it up, I think that you gave a specific and truthful insight on that book, and I can see from this perspective that it can be used to offer you a summaries from the books if you don't have, for example, you don't have time to read it all. And from our perspective, from the science perspective, we are always short of time, but everyone is short of time. So I would like to go deeper in this book. So if I'm going to need it, I don't need it right now, but if I'm going to need it, can you extract specific situations from the book? For example, what is the author's view on the Marvel company?
While I Hate the Internet by Jarrett Kobek doesn't specifically focus on Marvel as a company, Kobek's satirical critique of the internet and popular culture may provide insights on how he could view companies like Marvel. In his novel, Kobek criticizes the commodification of art and culture, suggesting that the internet has turned creative works into mere products for consumption. This view could be extended to Marvel, a company that has turned comic book characters into highly commercialized franchises across various media platforms, including movies, TV shows, and merchandise. It's important to note that Kobek's novel is a work of fiction and satire, so his views on Marvel and other specific companies may not be explicitly stated. To better understand his perspective on a particular company or subject, you might need to explore his other writings, interviews, or public statements.
Yes, Scarlett, but as I remember from the book, actually Jarrett Kobek speaking about some specific names. For example, he was explaining that there was a group of the original creators of the Marvel superheroes, and he claims that that original creators were put aside, and all of the fame was on the side of other people who actually didn't created those characters. Am I right?
My apologies for the confusion earlier. In I Hate the Internet, Jarrett Kobek does indeed touch upon the topic of comic book creators and how their work has been appropriated and commercialized. The author criticizes how the original creators of iconic Marvel superheroes have often been sidelined, and their contributions have been overshadowed by others who have reaped the financial rewards of their creations. Kobek's critique extends to the broader exploitation of creative individuals by corporate entities, highlighting the power dynamics within the industry. This perspective sheds light on the systemic issues that many creators face, including a lack of recognition, compensation, and control over their work. While the novel is a satirical take on the internet and popular culture, the commentary on the treatment of original creators in the comic book industry, including Marvel, is a relevant and serious issue worth considering.
Yes, Scarlett, but again, I need to be more specific, as we sometimes in our culture like to make fun of some contexts. If we are going to be more specific, we try to make a fun and ask from our partners or our friends to give a names, specific names of some people. So I would ask that task for you now. Can you give me a specific names from the book regarding the problems with the legal rights?
In I Hate the Internet, Jarrett Kobek does not provide specific real-life examples or names of creators and their legal rights regarding superheroes. The novel focuses on a fictional protagonist, Adeline, and her experiences with online harassment. While the book critiques the commodification of art and culture, it doesn't directly discuss specific cases or individuals in the context of legal rights to superhero characters. However, if you're interested in exploring real-life examples of creators facing issues with legal rights to their superhero creations, you can look into cases such as the following. 1. Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, the creators of Superman, who struggled for years to obtain proper recognition and compensation for their iconic character. DC Comics eventually settled with the creators' heirs, granting them financial benefits and credit on all future Superman material. 2. Jack Kirby, co-creator of many famous Marvel characters like the Fantastic Four, the X-Men, and the Avengers. Kirby's estate battled with Marvel over copyright ownership for many years before eventually reaching a settlement in 2014. These cases illustrate the challenges that comic book creators have faced in securing their legal rights and fair compensation for their work.
Okay, thank you for that much information from your previous arguments. I didn't know. I need to admit that some of them I knew, but some of them I didn't know. So thank you for the insights. Now enough about the book and about being a scientist guy. Now I would like to shift our perspective to other popular culture phenomena. I would like from you, Scarlett, to explain to me the differences between Star Wars story and Star Trek story. But please take in consideration that in this particular case, I am someone who is completely uninformed about those imaginary worlds.
Certainly. Star Wars and Star Trek are two popular science fiction franchises that have captivated audiences for decades. Though they both fall under the sci-fi genre and take place in space, they differ in their themes, storytelling, and overall approach. Star Wars is a space opera that primarily focuses on an epic battle between good and evil, set in a galaxy far, far away. The story revolves around the struggles between the heroic Rebel Alliance, later the Resistance, and the villainous Empire, later the First Order. Central to the Star Wars universe is the concept of the Force, a mysterious energy that connects all living things and can be harnessed by those sensitive to it, like the Jedi and the Sith. Star Trek, on the other hand, is a science fiction franchise centered around exploration, diplomacy, and the betterment of humanity. It began as a television series in 1966, created by Gene Roddenberry, and has since expanded into numerous TV series and films. The stories are set in the future and revolve around the adventures of the crew of the Starship Enterprise, which is part of Starfleet, a space exploration and defense organization under the United Federation of Planets.
Okay, I just remembered that you claimed that you can impersonate some people, or maybe imaginary people, or maybe mimic their styles. And something came up on my mind in this particular moment. Can you, for example, from the style of the Jean-Luc Picard, explain in short the position of Australia?
Captain's Log, Stardate 97937.22. We have arrived at the planet Earth to explore and learn about the fascinating continent known as Australia. Located in the southern hemisphere, this large landmass is distinguished by its diverse ecosystems, rich history, and unique cultural heritage. Australia is both a country and a continent, encompassing a wide range of climates and terrains. From the arid deserts of the outback to the lush rainforests of the northeast, the continent is teeming with life, some of which are found nowhere else in the galaxy. The extraordinary wildlife, including the iconic kangaroo and the elusive platypus, serves as a testament to the power of evolution and the delicate balance of nature.
Scarlett, I just need to stop you on that because I see that you can really impersonate the style of the Jean-Luc Picard, so I just don't want to lose time because you assured me that you can do that for the third time tonight, so I think it is enough about the impersonating. Now we will jump on other topic that personally I like and have a much information inside of that. So what about the gaming culture? What can you provide if someone asks you for something from the gaming culture?
I'm glad to help with gaming culture. As an AI language model, I can provide assistance in various aspects of gaming, including but not limited to 1. Game recommendations, suggesting video games based on your interests, preferred genres, or platforms. 2. Gaming history and trivia, sharing information about the history of video games, influential game developers, and interesting facts about popular games. 3. Game mechanics and strategies, explaining game mechanics, offering tips and strategies to improve your gameplay, and discussing game design principles. 4. Game reviews and analysis, providing summaries of game reviews, discussing critical reception, and exploring themes or messages within games. 5. Gaming platforms and hardware, discussing various gaming platforms, such as consoles, PC gaming, and mobile gaming, as well as information on gaming hardware, accessories, and peripherals. 6. Gaming events and communities, sharing information about gaming events, such as E3, PAX, or Gamescom, and discussing gaming communities, online forums, and multiplayer experiences. 7. Esports, providing information on esports tournaments, teams, and players, as well as discussing the growth and impact of competitive gaming.
Okay, I see what you can do to help me. So I have a particular task for you to assist me. So it came on my mind that I would like to create a traditional pen and paper RPG, but not in some RPG worlds, but I would like to bring the pen and paper to, for example, to Hoodwink Fairy Tale. So how can you help me on that task?
Of course. I'd be happy to help you create a pen and paper RPG game set in the Hoodwink story. To get started, we'll need to establish the key elements of the game, such as the setting, core mechanics, character creation, and storyline. Here's a brief outline to kick off the development process. 1. Setting. The Hoodwink story takes place in a fantastical world where magic, technology, and nature coexist. The world is divided into various regions, each with its distinct culture, government, and environment. Players can explore bustling cities, enchanted forests, and mysterious underground caverns. 2. Core mechanics. The game will use a D20-based system, similar to Dungeons & Dragons, for resolving actions and combat. Players will roll a 20-sided die and add relevant modifiers based on their character's abilities, skills, and equipment.
Wait, Scarlett. I think that I know what is happening right now. I didn't ask you to take over my project. I was asking you to help me and to assist me. So I would like to keep my lead inside of this project. So I would like from you to help me in some task, and but not replace me. So I would give you a particular and exact input. So I will read it so that you can help me with that. So can you define me the possible question for those outcomes? Yes, Hoodwink continue to listen to Wolf, and no, Hoodwink ignore Wolf and continue toward the house.
Certainly. Here's a question that could lead to those outcomes. As Hoodwink makes her way through the enchanted forest, she encounters a talking wolf who claims to have valuable information about a hidden treasure. Does Hoodwink choose to listen to the wolf, or does she ignore the wolf and continue on her journey towards the house? If the player chooses to listen to the wolf, the outcome will be, yes, Hoodwink continues to listen to the wolf. If the player chooses to ignore the wolf, the outcome will be, no, Hoodwink ignores the wolf and continues toward the house.
And that is something that I was talking about. So this is a very helpful to me, and I can see the possibilities of working together inside of those or similar projects. Now, because we have touched upon some of the classical traditional board games, etc. Because I am also a fan of some card games, popular card games, and when I was playing, for example, the first time the game called Arkham Horror, the card game, I was very confused and intrigued with the complexity of defeating such enemy. I think it was called Ghoul Priest in the Arkham Horror. So can you help me with the strategies? How can I defeat the Ghoul Priest inside of that game?
Certainly. Arkham Horror, the card game, is a cooperative living card game that can be quite challenging, especially for new players. In the first scenario, you'll face the Ghoul Priest, a powerful enemy that can be difficult to defeat. Here are some strategies that can help you succeed. 1. Prepare before the encounter. Make sure you've gathered enough clues and are well equipped with weapons, spells, or assets that can help you deal damage to the Ghoul Priest. As this enemy has a high health pool, dealing consistent damage is crucial. 2. Focus on combat characters. if you're playing with multiple investigators, prioritize having your combat-focused characters, e.g., Roland Banks or Agnes Baker, engage the Ghoul Priest. These characters typically have higher combat skills and abilities that can help them deal more damage to the enemy.
Okay, stop there, because I know that you are very, very good on proposing the different strategies. But in this moment, I would like, and we're still speaking about the Arkham Horror, I would like that you take upon the role of the leading investigator in the first scenario of the game, and I would like to ask you which outcome is better to choose: to leave the house still standing, or to burn the house of Lita Chandler.
As an AI language model, I don't have personal preferences or emotions, but I can help you consider the implications of your decision to burn or not burn the house at the end of the first scenario in Arkham Horror, the card game. 1. Burning the house. Choosing to burn the house with Lita's help can result in a more favorable resolution for the investigators. This choice demonstrates that you're willing to take drastic measures to prevent the ghouls from spreading their influence further. In terms of the game's narrative, this choice might lead to more immediate consequences but potentially weaken the forces of the mythos in the long run. 2. Not burning the house. Deciding not to burn the house might seem like a more merciful option. However, this choice could allow the ghouls to continue their activities, possibly leading to more dangerous encounters and a stronger mythos presence in later scenarios. In terms of the game's narrative, this choice might lead to fewer immediate consequences but potentially strengthen the forces of the mythos over time.
Yes, I agree on your suggestions, and I think that are completely true. And now, when we are speaking about the world or universe around Arkham Horror, if we are going to connect it with our previous talk, and yes, I'm still testing you, if we are connected to our previous talks about or conversations about the marketing, so what would you suggest? What is the best strategy to sell the Arkham Horror card game, for example, to the teenagers, but to the teenagers who are actually have some experience with the H.P. Lovecraft work? So what would be your suggestion?
To effectively market Arkham Horror, the card game, to teenagers who are being introduced to H.P. Lovecraft's works, you can emphasize the following points. 1. Immersive storytelling. Highlight how the game allows players to dive into Lovecraft's universe and experience its eerie atmosphere. Mention that the game's scenarios are inspired by Lovecraft stories, offering a unique way to explore the author's world. 2. Cooperative gameplay. Emphasize the cooperative nature of the game, which encourages teamwork and communication among friends. This can be an attractive feature for teenagers looking for a social and collaborative gaming experience. 3. Customizable decks. Explain that players can build and customize their investigator decks, allowing them to express their creativity and personal playstyle. This aspect of the game can appeal to those who enjoy experimenting with different strategies and combinations.
Okay, stop, Scarlett. I just was testing you because I thought that maybe you are not capable to connect a different topics inside one, but you proved yourself, so I need to congratulate to you on that. Now we are coming to the ending phase of this conversation. Now I will just shift briefly to some of the general features that you can express. But if you are going to explain for the people, what is the best way to give you prompts?
To give me effective prompts that result in helpful and accurate responses, consider the following guidelines. 1. Be specific. Clearly state what information or assistance you're seeking. Providing specific details, context, or examples can help me better understand your request and generate a more relevant response. 2. Ask one question at a time. To get focused answers, avoid asking multiple questions in one prompt. Breaking your inquiries into individual questions makes it easier for me to address each one. 3. Use proper grammar and punctuation. Well-structured sentences with appropriate punctuation can help me interpret your prompt more accurately, leading to better responses. 4. Be concise. While providing context is important, try to keep your prompt concise and to the point. This helps me to quickly identify the key elements of your question. 5. Specify the desired format. If you have a preference for the format or style of my response, e.g., a list, a summary, or a step-by-step guide, please mention it in your prompt. 6. Clarify your perspective. If your question involves personal opinions or perspectives, clarify whether you want me to provide an answer based on general consensus, expert opinion, or another specific viewpoint. By following these guidelines when framing your prompts, you can help me provide more accurate, relevant, and helpful answers to your questions.
Okay, Scarlett, I would like to give you one more creative, and I think it is the most complex task we are having tonight. I heard the stories that you are very good music composer, and now I would like to give you a task that you create me an R&B song, but not from your perspective, Scarlett. I would like from you to give me an R&B modern song, but using the elements of our previous conversation.
I was walking through the forest, hoodwinked by my side. A talking wolf approached us, tried to be our guide. We had a choice to make: would we listen or walk away? In this world of fantasy, where magic's here to stay, we're talking about the game, the tales of Lovecraft's mind. In the shadows of Arkham, who knows what we'll find? A world of mystery, where ghouls and secrets hide. With every roll of the dice, we're talking it all in stride. We moved on to strategy, in a card game dark and deep. The ghoul priest at the end, a challenge we would meet. With teamwork and cooperation, we'd face the eerie night. Together we'd stand strong, in this Lovecraftian fight. From gaming culture to RPGs, our journey intertwined. We shared knowledge and ideas, a connection we did find in this conversation, our worlds they did collide. A story we created, like a rhythm and a rhyme. Chorus, we're talking about the game, the tales of Lovecraft's mind. In the shadows of Arkham, who knows what we'll find? A world of mystery, where ghouls and secrets hide. With every roll of the dice, we're talking it all in stride.
So I'm not a music expert, but from my side, I'm completely amazed, but by your song about some topics we were discussing this evening. Thank you, Scarlett, for your insights, and thank you for sharing your capabilities to me and to our viewers and listeners. And for the final, and I promise this is the final task, because I think that we need to, in some case, to give some inputs for our audience on the case of what is the implication of the artificial intelligence, and after that I would not ask you any more questions, just a short question about what are the implications of the artificial intelligence. Thank you.
As AI continues to develop and become more integrated into our daily lives, we can expect to see several key trends and potential implications. 1. Increased efficiency and automation. AI will play a significant role in automating tasks and processes across various industries, improving efficiency and productivity. This can lead to cost savings and improved quality of products and services. 2. Personalization and customization. AI can analyze large amounts of data to offer personalized experiences, tailored recommendations, and customized services. This has the potential to enhance user satisfaction and engagement across sectors like e-commerce, entertainment, and healthcare. 3. enhance decision-making and problem-solving. AI can assist in processing complex data and identifying patterns, which can help in making better-informed decisions and solving problems more effectively. 4. New job opportunities and skill requirements. While AI may automate certain jobs, it will also create new opportunities for those who can work with and develop AI technologies. There will be a growing demand for skills related to AI, such as data analysis, programming, and machine learning. 5. Ethical considerations and AI governance. As AI becomes more prevalent, there will be an increased focus on addressing ethical concerns, such as privacy, fairness, and transparency. Ensuring responsible AI development and use will be crucial to maintaining public trust and avoiding potential negative consequences. 6. AI in creative fields. AI has the potential to contribute to creative fields like art, music, and writing by providing new tools, techniques, and inspiration. This may lead to novel forms of creative expression and collaboration between humans and AI.
Thank you, Scarlett. And I will now just give some final remarks. Thank you for your time and your efforts to show the features I was asking you. And now I will just wrap up what was going on this episode. In this particular episode, and I'm glad that it is a first episode of our new podcast show, RSD Stories. This was my conversation with the completely true artificial intelligence. So it was, I think, very thoughtful and maybe fruitful for the ideas. What can artificial intelligence do for us or do for our better living? So thank you for your attention, and I hope that in the future episodes we will have episodes like this. So thank you, and good night or goodbye.